Hey man, it's good to see
Oh,
you.
my friend. And you, my friend, how are you?
Yeah, really good, dude. Really good.
You have a really cool setup that's putting mine to shame. I've got all my Power Rangers here, but you can't see them.
Oh, really? Is that your Jaymes
Indeed,
Power Rangers?
that is my thing. Yeah,
No
not
way.
that it's the coolest, but yeah, that's my little niche.
No, 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 no. I've interviewed a few of the Power Rangers people.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the past. Yeah, 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 yeah. Austin some.
Oh man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, cool cats. Yeah,
that's super sick.
I'm all about it. Look, man, I'm that 40-year-old dude that likes action figures. But
Absolutely correct.
so you're at the day job, did you say?
Indeed. Yeah. Yes, indeed. There's never our band's very weird that we all kind of do other things around the band. And we always have done. So it's yeah, a fine balancing act. Do we have any downtime? No. Would we have it any other way? Probably not. So it's yeah, we're currently yeah, we're all doing a lot of things.
Hey man, it's the only way to do it. Hey, got to do it.
That's it. Yeah,
You got to,
keep
yeah.
busy, get the bread on the table. You know.
That's right. That's right. But man, pretty stoked. Man, you're coming back down to Australia with Make Them Suffer next month, and man, it's already sold. One of the shows is already sold out,
I
and
know, mate. We can't believe it.
mental. It's gonna be so good.
In general, we'd long sought after getting back to your beautiful country. It's impossible to not have the best time in Australia. Um, I just feel like there's a really great energy always around the shows, the fans, and just in general, like we always have great relationships with fellow artists from Australia, and yeah, we're just very maybe it's the Commonwealth strength there, but we have the best time, and the fact that we're going back within a 12-month period is really yeah, dream come true, really.
Well, we love you here.
It's
Lots of
nice to hear.
yeah. Everyone loves Barry tomorrow down here, but man, of course, I mean, you're taking the Make Them Suffer and Thornhill crew on a little adventure in
Indeed,
Europe as well. So you're going to be stuck with them, us Aussies, for a long time.
this is true. No complaints though. No complaints.
You've done a lot with them in the past, though.
We've met Make Them Suffer. We've actually just been on tour with them in Europe. We played a few shows together, and the camaraderie is real. Like we instantly hit it off. We have a lot in common with those dudes, musically, creatively, personally. I feel like there's a great friendship that's already begun, obviously, but one that I'm really looking forward to take around the world. We just need to do America next, and then we've got the world on lock. But yeah,
Oh,
those dudes are great.
that's awesome, man. Well, you, as mentioned before, you were only just here in support of the Seventh Son, and with that was with Kingdom of
Yeah.
Giant and Diamond Construct. How was that tour?
Hmm. Unreal. It was single-handedly probably one of the most like profound experiences because the last time that we did Australian headliners, I remember we played this weird like youthy in Newcastle, and we were making cups of tea while we were playing because people could not have cared less. We were genuinely just like, it was the day before we flew home, and we did the Rise of Brutality tour, which was a regional for like 5 weeks, and we're in, it was our first Australian tour. We lost so much money. I remember as being like 21 years old, thinking, we have no money. Here I am in like Katoomba or somewhere. But it was to go back and actually play to people that cared and had bought tickets and were showing us that respect and love that we have for contributing to this genre of music on the other side of the world. It was very hard to not wake up and just be in a great mood in general. We had such a great time, and we fitted so much in and getting to see, the parts of Australia that we could. Um, but the shows were awesome, man. Like we got to play, we played to like 1,000 people in Melbourne, I think, on a sold out show, and then we played to like 200 at a super small club show in what was the city? It was like a last minute show at this like it was like a dive bar, but it was so fun. I guess the point I'm making is it doesn't matter the size of the show. Like the love and respect that we felt from the crowds was worth its weight in gold for the travel.
Well, I mean that latest album, The Seventh Son, is just over a year old, and
Mm,
man, that album looks like it took you all over the world. You played some incredible shows. Do you feel like
yeah.
on this album cycle you kick some goals and tick some things off on your bucket list?
I think so. I think the ultimate goal is to stay aligned to the reasons that we're in a band in the first place and to do things for the right reasons. And the only reason that we contribute to this style of music is because we were fans of it in the beginning. And we still feel, we still feel some kind of way because we're still doing it. And I think we did. I don't think we ever expected it because the Seventh Son was born out of COVID, essentially, and the changes that we made internally. And the Seventh Son was almost just a way of. I think I mentioned gratitude a lot, but it is the thing that it's almost like the backbone of our band, and it was an opportunity for us to showcase that and also continue the contribution to heavy music in general. So I feel like we did tick off the bucket list. The ultimate bucket list is just to keep going and to keep pushing the limits of what Bury Tomorrow is capable of. And I feel like that, man, I get goosebumps thinking about that tour, I get goosebumps thinking about where we've been this year off the back of it too, as we embark on this new journey we're writing at the moment. But long may that continue, really, bro.
Yeah, man. I got to say, that album is incredible. And I think
Thank you.
You're one of those bands where each album you get better and better. Like,
I appreciate that.
It's mind blowing. Like, I go, man, how are they going to beat this album? Because like Cannibal is like one of my favorite albums. I was like, how are they going to beat this? And then you come back and and not only that, you've got this thing where when you are heavy, you are brutally fucking heavy. And then you've got that comes in with the melody as well. You balance it out. And I think that's what I get drawn to a lot. What I respect about you guys is that you can just bring that brutality and then, offset it with these awesome soaring melodies.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I think the fine balancing act almost of what we do creatively is to almost nod to all the influences that we do have. For example, my listening varies from Deicide and Death to Seosin and, like the I guess the kind of softer bands in like the post-hardcore spectrum, Under Oath and that sort of thing melodically. So the thing is how can we combine Deicide and Seosin? I guess the result is songs like Villain Arc or songs like Abandon Us. We try not to shoehorn anything in, but we just try and stay true to what we like. And I guess along the way, we've kind of made that work for us at least, or at least we hope. But I'm glad to hear that you kind of hear what we intend to create,
That Villain Arc single, mate, it's solid, eh? It's so good.
Yeah, it's the heaviest song I think we've ever released. So it's cool to see it go down well live too.
Oh man, I can't wait to see it live. Is that where you guys would be heading musically for this next what you're writing now, would you say?
It's really hard for me to almost yes and no. I think the extreme approach to that song is kind of how we've tackled every song on this new album. But it's not reflective of the album, I'd say. It's very hard for me to kind of articulate. But I feel like when we're pushing the boundaries of heavy, yes, that is what you can expect, I guess.
What pissed you off?
Oh,
that's a really pissed off. Now that's a loaded question because
I'll tell you what pissed me off: the fact that the UK government took out the amount of sugar in Lucozade. I come to your beautiful country, I can get a full sugar Lucozade, no problem, mate. But they fucked us over, so that's what I'm pissed off about.
Well, maybe you could take some back.
Dude,
like Homer Simpson with the sugar. Maybe you could be the guy who takes the Lucozade back with all the sugar.
I sound like such an unhealthy dude here, but yeah, it's to be honest, I think in general we're very we're not really a pissed off band at all. So it's funny that we write really aggressive music,
Yeah. No, but oh man, I guess that's where you're saying like all those the death metal influences are popping.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm all about it.
I think so.
Yeah,
nice. Man. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, I'm all about it. But of course, I mean, I mentioned Cannibal before. That album is really important to me because I learned a lot from it. More for recording vocals and things like that. And the way that you guys did it, you guys were very helpful with answering questions on how you did it and, back and forward. Do you get asked a lot of the production sort of side, to help band?
Yeah, I think so. We actually often get the production shit. Like
Oh,
there's always an expert, mate. But I think Cannibal sounds good at least. It's kind of a weird album for us, I guess. It's more like the whole process and time doesn't necessarily fill me with good memories, but
oh,
recording it at least, I'm very proud of how it sounds, if that
yes.
makes sense. We had Nolly and Dan Weller at the helm doing that, and Nolly's a master of his craft, and I think we had an amazing production with that one. So but I don't really listen to our own music, but if I have to go back and like, how does this riff go? I'm delighted to hear our music in such quality, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's incredible. I love it. And have you got more plans past this tour into the next year with, you said you're prepping a new album. Have you got a timeline?
Hmm.
What's cooking?
A lot of it's a lot of it's in limbo at the moment. We kind of have a rough idea on what we're doing, but we have this year was meant to be a quiet year, and it's been the complete opposite. At least in regards to being in Bury tomorrow, we've been writing, we've been recording, we've been doing, shows in Europe. We've been to America. We're coming back to Australia. We're going to Japan. We've got a headliner at the end of the year. So to say that we've not been on an album cycle this year, it certainly feels like we have. So next year, man, it's just we keep the machine rolling. We keep doing what we do. Try and make new fans, make new connections, make new memories, and just fight the good fight, if you will, when it comes to being in a band.
I know all about it, dude. And even on
That's it.
basically, I know you gotta keep pushing and doing your thing.
That's it.
Whatever you guys are doing, it's incredible. You're
Thank you, man.
kicking goals and kicking ass and making amazing art.
I think as long as I really appreciate that genuinely. I think as long as we are a band and we still feel like there's something to aspire to or something to create, something to contribute. Mainly, I say that a lot, but it's true. We're not doing this for any self-fulfilling, prophecy or to boost any ego. We just do it because it feels right. And I've had that mentality since I was 12 years old. Here I am 20 years later. I feel like I'm in a fucking Disney film. I'm like, when will I grow up? But it's we're still doing the same thing. But it's because it still means something to us, and the fact I'm having this conversation with you right now, man, on the other side of the world, it truly blows my mind. I'm very grateful that anybody gives us any time, despite, time differences and, just it's crazy. It's crazy. Music really is a beautiful thing. And I really appreciate you, your kind words in regards to our contribution to it.
Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. I'm looking forward to that Brisbane show, man. It's gonna be rad. It's gonna be cool.
Nice. Yes. We'll have a Lucasade.
And hey, let's just keep posting that, and hopefully they can give you some kind of sponsorship on the way. You'll just have like it'll be like when Dave Grohl went to the Foo Toss and everyone was throwing Mentos on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
you with Lucasade. People don't do that because that'll
I'll change the color t-shirt before.
just shield
Like a
yourself
hot
from all
man.
the Lucasade. But
It's going to be a sticky gig, very much.
hey, man, it's been really cool hanging out with you, and I'm looking forward to
And
the
you.
tour and whatever you guys do next, and hopefully I'll catch you in Brisbane.
Yes, please do come say hello if you see us around, man. And likewise, thank you for your time.
No worries, man. No worries.